On tonight's episode of Coronation Street, manipulative newcomer Jodie Ramsey finds her future looking increasingly uncertain after someone finally begins to question her unsettling actions. When Lily Platt starts to sense that something is seriously wrong, the big question is whether Jodie can persuade her to stay silent. Jodie has quietly been stirring up trouble around the cobbles for weeks. Her secret schemes include tampering with Winter-Alahan's wedding photograph and sneaking into the cabin to steal Brian Packham's valuable rare book. Now, however, Lily may be getting dangerously close to uncovering the truth. In this evening's installment, Jodie faces an awkward moment while continuing to hover around the hospital, where Shona Platt is anxiously waiting for updates following baby Harper's surgery. During one of her visits, Jodie steps aside to speak with another mother she has recently befriended at the hospital. While chatting, she keeps up a strange lie by pretending that baby Harper is actually her own child. Jodie appears to enjoy maintaining the false story, but her confidence disappears when she suddenly notices Shona standing directly behind her. Shona is left confused and suspicious after hearing the claim. Jodie quickly attempts to explain the situation, insisting that the woman she was talking to is unstable and mistakenly believed Harper belonged to her. According to Jodie, she simply played along to avoid upsetting the woman. Although the explanation sounds questionable, Jodie manages to talk her way out of trouble. Shona is emotionally drained from everything that has happened and doesn't feel strong enough to challenge the story further. Despite initially being angry and questioning Jodie's behavior, she ultimately decides to accept the explanation and move on. The situation becomes far more dangerous later when Lily accidentally discovers Jodie's disturbing collection of keepsakes hidden inside a box at the Platt house. Among the items are Bernie's damaged photograph and Brian's missing book, immediately raising Lily's suspicions. When Lily demands an explanation, Jodie insists that she took the book to defend Lily and claims someone needed to stand up for her because her father and Shona supposedly would not. Jodie then pushes Lily to promise she will not reveal what she has found. Feeling uneasy and unsure about what to do, Lily refuses to give a clear answer and simply says she will think about it. As tension continues to build, Lily may become the key figure in exposing Jodie's secrets. With the soap building towards a mysterious murder storyline next month, Jodie is already among the characters whose lives could soon take a dark and dangerous turn. If Lily decides to speak up, Jodie's web of lies may finally begin to unravel. Two prominent Coronation Street figures leave Steve upset after failing to attend Jim's funeral. Jim McDonald, portrayed by Charles Lawson, passed away from pneumonia following a hospital stay. He was far from an ideal father, often at the center of storylines involving violence, crime, and alcohol abuse. Steve learned of his father's declining health when he discovered that Jim had listed him as a guarantor on a rented property. Jim owed money to a shady landlord, leaving Steve responsible for covering it while Jim was hospitalized. After confirming Jim's poor condition, an old army friend informed Steve that his father didn't have much time left. Steve wasn't eager to visit Jim, but he knew this might be his final opportunity. As he prepares to attend the funeral, Steve decides to bring along his new friend Ben for moral support. This irritates Tim, who reminds Steve that he had a personal history with Jim, whereas Ben did not. Steve cautiously makes his way to the funeral without his mother or brother, both of whom had long ago cut ties with Jim. Jim does have a few people who come to pay their respects, including Declan and Davy from his army days. They later share stories of their shared past with Steve. Listening nearby is Maggie, who tries to steer Ben away from the conversation quickly. She urges Ben to leave by reminding him of an early hospital appointment, suggesting it's time to head off. In reality, Maggie isn't particularly concerned about the appointment. She is annoyed by Ben's growing friendship with Steve because of their hidden family connection. It will later come to light that Maggie had an affair with Jim, and Ben is actually the result of that relationship, making him Steve's brother. Coronation Street delivers a shocking twist as Jodie's schemes finally start to unravel. The soap has seemingly hinted at Jodie Ramsey's imminent downfall with a dramatic turn of events. The cafe worker arrived earlier this year during a crossover with Emmerdale, first seen tied up in the back of a van, and was soon revealed as Shona Platt's long-lost sister, a previously unmentioned family member. However, something about Jodie doesn't add up. She has made numerous dubious claims about a mysterious past and has been caught taking possessions belonging to other residents of Weatherfield, which she stores in a small keepsake box. Her collection includes a book belonging to Brian Packham and a cutout of Bernie Winter's face. Meanwhile, Jodie continues to present herself as a devoted sister to Shona and her husband while they cope with the turmoil surrounding their newborn daughter, who recently had a tumor removed from her neck. Jodie has secured a position at the local cafe and moved in with her sister, taking charge of household chores and trying to ingratiate herself further. But during Thursday's episode, her teenage niece Lily confronts her after discovering one of the items, bluntly asking why Jodie has Bernie's head in a box. Flustered, Jodie stammers that it was a joke and asks if Lily has shown anyone. Earlier, Jodie had been caught pretending to be the baby's mother at the hospital, but she managed to escape suspicion by spinning a story about another woman at the ward. Lily hesitates and says she hasn't told anyone yet, and Jodie offers several more excuses, only for another family member to notice the tension as she leaves the house. Jodie then pressures Lily, insisting that she has always supported her and asking for the same in return, but Lily responds cautiously, saying she'll think about it, and walks away, leaving Jodie looking horrified. Fans quickly reacted online, with one commenting that Jodie is irritating and questioning why her sister and husband haven't seen through her lies. Another expressed hope that Lily exposes the situation, fearing Jodie might try to manipulate her to stay silent. Viewers also wondered how Jodie continues to wriggle out of her lies and debated the extent of her villainy, noting how unpredictable she has become. As more characters like Summer become involved, Theo's increasingly possessive behavior may soon be exposed. His jealousy over Todd's closeness to Summer and attempts to isolate him could push the truth to the surface. If Summer notices the pressure and distress Todd faces, she could be the one to finally confront Theo. James explained that the scene is deliberately staged to make Todd appear helpless while casting Theo as the one who intervenes. It's all meticulously planned now. He's deliberately isolating Todd from his friends and limiting any sources of enjoyment that don't involve him. He wants to make Todd entirely reliant on him. And the manipulation doesn't end once they leave the restaurant. Back at their home, the situation intensifies into something far more alarming as Theo lashes out at Todd. Like any abuse, you start to get used to it. It escalates over time if it isn't confronted. Abuse is horrific. In a relationship, it's unimaginable. And for Theo, it becomes yet another method of control. Coronation Street airs every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.